solve everything. The worst case thing I did was the Diane Winkler story. Most of you all are way too young or even not American to know who she was. It was a talk show host whose daughter committed suicide and they blamed it on LSD. I loved Divine played Diane, and we had it in the paper before the funeral, which was rude. But I love instant movies, but now I'm afraid every time a horrible thing happens that the killers will have my movies. This horrible thing that happened in Norway, it was like Camp Crystal. I kept thinking that. It's terrible. And in Philadelphia, there was a guy that kept girls in a pit. And I thought, oh, please don't have pit flamingos. He didn't. And even this horrible creep that shot the congresswoman, when they released his picture, it looked exactly like Divine in the electric chair at the end of Female Trial. Thank God none of these people had my films, but it made me worried. So what I do is I love to read the New York Post every day, and you should just make a movie every day. Kids know you have the equipment, you can make a movie in one day, an instant movie. When Bin Laden, when they supposedly found pornography in his den, the headline of the New York Post was, Osama bin Wankin. But the best one they ever did was when Ike Turner died. The headline was, Ike beats Tina to death. Come on, that's Pulitzer Prize. And I hate to admit it, but I liked Ike and Tina Turner better when they were together. Yeah, he was terrible to her, beat her and all, but she sang better. That's all I want to say. But I used to go see her all the time. When they would come to Ike and Tina Turner review, Divine and I would go in high school, and they would play in like union halls and stuff, and they'd come in a broken down green school bus with an Ike and Tina Turner show, hand painted on the side, and she wore like ratty processed wigs and dirty mink coats and had a mustache. She was so good, when she said, "Don't play me cheap," and she wore Springalators, which Divine loved and copied. And later when I saw it, I get why she hated it, but she said, I don't think of it, he's been dead forever. And then she said, but today, the Rolling Stones, the Eagles, Tina Turner, we are the Mozarts of today. And I thought, wow, she sure got her self-esteem back, didn't she? The New York Post had a great headline about the underpants bomber this year. They called Great Balls of Fire. And, terrorists, they just dress badly. That's how they get caught a lot. The shoe bomber, did you ever see him? He looked like Mo Howard in the Three Stooges. And what were you doing, sitting on a plane, somebody sits down next to you with shoes with fuses sticking out. Is that a match? Flight attendant. They really dress badly. It's important. The most notorious thing, of course, I ever did was Pink Flamingos. And it is a horror film in a way, but the eating shit scene is the most famous, but the scene I like the best is the curse in the movie that really does work. I want to let you in on some hoodoo. If there's somebody you don't like and they leave the room, run over and lick the furniture that they've been sitting on, and when they come back in and sit down on it, something bad will happen to them. I'm telling you, it works. Just try it if you want to. The people in that movie, this wasn't like actors sending me resumes or anything. This was like a cell. We were trying to fight the tyranny of good taste at the time. And really they were brave. They couldn't leave the house. I mean, there's people in the audience tonight that probably have the same color hair as Connie and Raymond Marple, but you can buy that color now. Then they had to strip their hair and dye it with magic marker and India ink. And they would go out of the house and people would throw trash bags in their face and stuff. They were really hated. So they were really brave to do it. That movie is, of course, about limits. And everybody has limits. And I'm always trying to feel my own limits. I, in the 80s, taught in prison for a long time. And my class was mostly all murderers. And I showed them Pink Flamingos. And they said, you are fucked up. But limits. I have limits. In the bear community, at first I was surprised. All gay people know who bears are, and no straight men do, although in America all middle-aged straight men are bears. But bears are overweight, hairy homosexuals that find younger ones who are cubs they find attractive, and they look for otters, people that aren't hairy but will be, and they say this is my significant otter, and my husband bear, and Clone is called Grism. And bad hags are like Goldilocks. And I I'm all for it, except they say that they're out of the second closet. And I say, what do you mean you're out of the second closet? And they say, well, I said, you tell your parents you're up there? And they say, well, some of us do, yes. And I said, what do you mean? Come on. And their parents have accepted you're gay. Don't tell them you're a bear, too. Oh, what? And I heard recently a bear say, oh, she's such a blouse. That's a feminine top. That was a big bear word I had. Oh, she's such a blouse. And then I'm kind of upset about Feeders. There's a horror movie called Feeders that I went to see it alone in London one day, and Alice Cooper alone was in the theater. It was a sad thing. But feeders are people that are encouraged their partner to overeat, so they get fatter and fatter, and they can never leave, and they put a funnel in their mouth and put out pies down it and stuff, and then they can just be in there to be fucked and eaten for the rest of their life. I have problems with that. I have problems with adult babies. Lock those fuckers up. I ain't marching for them. I've seen their catalog. A 300-pound man in a hard-on, a bouncy chair with a lollipop. Something's the matter with you, fucker. And then, sloshers. This is in England. This is the sexual attraction to food. I guess it's all right. I actually think we should encourage piggish straight men to be sloshers. So what if they say, that pie was asking for it? I mean, you can't date rape a cookie. You can't hate fuck a cake. Really. It's fine. Let us do it. Then I heard about ultimate nudity, a new thing that kind of horrified me. Of course, it's in Los Angeles. It's where men get the skin of their testicles removed and replaced with clear plastic on the theory that it's more erotic to see how the sperm is made. Ooh, put your pants back on, get out. And then, this one's really horrible, but they pay me to come here tonight, it's my duty to tell you about this. You might think, oh, my ears are not garbage cans. Well, they are at night. Blossoms, just Google the world and you'd be shocked. It's when men, it's usually men, who get fist fucked so much that their anus is on the outside, kind of like a baboons, and they say, I got bigger blossoms than you do, and they take pictures. I know, think of the horror movie, bareback blossoms with 3 feet up there. What the hell? Sorry. Female Trouble is my favorite of my old movies. I made it tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah!
My favorite scene is where Divine gives birth, and we have my friend Sue Lowe gave us her baby to use 3 days after she had it born, and we made an umbilical cord out of prophylaxis with liver stuffed in it, and Divine breaks the cord and spins it on the wall. It's a really good scene. But her mother-in-law came for the first time ever from the UK to visit her and walked in on that. Can you imagine what a nightmare experience it was? But the little boy, Ramsey McLean, who was a little baby, he's in his 40s now, I see him all the time, and he's doing great, by the way. And all the kids in that, I mean, even in Female Trouble, little Taffy, she's 42, she lives in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I brought her up on stage at a show like this. The audience went crazy when they saw her, because she loves the singing. But she said that the last thing before she got married, she said to her husband, I got something I got to tell you. Sit down, watch this. And luckily, he was amazed by it, but very, very sweet. Capital punishment is what it's about. I'm very much against capital punishment. You're great. You don't have it in this country, and I salute you for that. I'm afraid of it because I'm afraid I'll get it. And, you know, in America, they had it recently with this Casey Andrews case that they were threatening her with murder, with the death penalty, and I think that's one of the reasons the jury didn't get it. And this tirade of yellow journalism that happened on this case, even if she did do it, there were like mobs coming after, and then Nancy Grace, she said the devil danced tonight. Yeah, he did for yellow journalism, Nancy. I think if we ever have to have capital punishment, they should have what's it called, lethal injection, because at least then you could shoot up the drug you like best and OD with. That would be the fairest way to do it, I think, if we had to have it. Desperate Lady was the film that did the worst of all my movies. It's still the only one I've ever got a TV deal with. You can imagine you got a TV deal for any of them. It's amazing. But, in that movie, it has Jean Hill, a star that I worked with a couple times. She's still alive today. She was a 400-pound African-American woman. And I would like to do the sequel to Precious as a horror movie with her. And I think it'd be great. It would be like Precious and Monique would hook up again, and it'd be a mother-daughter strip act. And then Precious would get pregnant by Justin Timberlake, because she keeps saying she likes him. And they'd have a little baby, little Pinky, and he would become a rap star, and they'd all move back to Baltimore and be happy. And I'm really pushing for it, but I don't think